99 cents when you buy,
well, I am that person. In my book, you'll learn the naked truth about the brothers' undercover work for the CIA. Did Tom and Dick really profit from the sale of arms to the Contras? I've witnessed it all. The blatant nepotism, the trips to Cuba, and why they misused to discuss Chappaquiddick. Find out about Dick's late-night calls to Ollie North, and Tom's late-night fun with Fawn Hall.
Jessica Hahn?
Donna Rice.
Were they really involved in the tragic fate of Marilyn Monroe? And what about the Elvis connection? I know these things because the brothers trusted me, and me alone. So get the facts, get the book. Only I was there.
It's the Smothers Brothers Comedy Hour. With Mr. Guitar, Chet Atkins. The exotic music of Harry Belafonte. Classic comedy of George Carl. The Children of the World Choir. The fastest juggler in the world, Wally Eastwood. The eye-catching Melinda, First Lady of Magic. The wacky antics of Gary Mule. Presidential aspirant Pat Paulsen. The music and comedy of Jim Stafford. And Larry Kensler and his orchestra. Now, ladies and gentlemen, the Smothers Brothers.
Good evening. Welcome to another evening of primetime variety. We'd like to start the show off this evening by singing you a song about one of America's favorite heroes. His name was John Henry. John Henry was the greatest man that ever, most powerful man that ever swung a hammer on the railroad. In fact, he didn't.
He was a giant of a man.
He was a big man, but the fact is he didn't.
He was a giant of a man.
Thank you, Tom. He was a very strong man, but the fact is
giant of a man.
All right, John Henry was a giant of a man. Ladies and gentlemen, the ballad of John Henry. Drive on, John Henry, you big mother!
When John Henry was a little baby, sitting on his daddy's knee, picked up a hammer, a little piece of steel, and said, "This hammer be the death of me, Lord, Lord, Lord. Hammer be the death of me." Whoa, whoa, whoa. See, John Henry hailed from West Virginia, around Big Bend Tunnel, West Virginia. Folks around Big Bend Tunnel, West Virginia, believe that John Henry was born with a hammer in his hand. Lord, Lord. Of course, there are some people who believe they've seen a chicken with lips. See, John Henry got his first hammer from his daddy. John Henry was just a little fella, just about 5 years old, a little taller. Great God Almighty, you kind of know John Henry's going to be a steel driver because he grabbed that little hammer in his hand and started hammering on things. Whoop, 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 whoop. Bang on the pots and pans. Whoop, 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 whoop. Bang on the back stairs. Whoop, 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 whoop. Bang the little girl next door. Whoop, whoop, whoop. On her door. A wise man once said that when a child first discovers a hammer, he said when a child first discovers a hammer, the whole world becomes a nail. And he nailed this little girl next door. Well, John Henry started going in size and stature. So did his hammer. He went around town hammering on things. It was known as a hammering fool. People say, "Watch out, here comes John Henry, the hammering fool." When he was 15 years old, it's the truth. When he was 15 years old, his daddy, Hank Henry, said, "John Henry, it's about time you left town and started working on the railroads." Sure enough, at 15 years old, John Henry started swinging steel from the hips on down, the transcontinental railroad, his hammers flashing fire. He said, "Whoa, wait, look at John Henry. He could outdrive 10 men. Well, one day, so the story goes, the captain, head of all the railroad workers, came up to John Henry and said, "John Henry, we're going to bring a steam drill round. Automatic steel driver. It's going to drive steel faster than any man ever has." Well, John Henry kind of laughed because he never heard of a machine that could work faster than a man. Well, they arranged a race between John Henry and the steam drill that very next week. And every railroad man in the region was out there because they knew if John Henry lost that race, they were out of a job. Well, that steam drill was standing over the big shiny smokestack sticking up in the air, and all the men were standing around looking at it. The captain looked over that steam drill, kind of laughed to himself, thinking, man, I'm going to race a machine. Kind of laughed, and he looked around because it was starting time. He looked around the crowd for John Henry. And he couldn't find him, and then he saw him stand way off by himself. Muscles rippling in the sun, sweat running off in rivulets. The captain, he looked back at that steam drill, and he looked over at John Henry and said, hey, you ready, boy? I say, you ready, boy? But John Henry, he don't say nothing. I swear he could hear a pin drop that day. He didn't say nothing, just spit on his hands, picked up those 2 9-pound hammers, walked slowly over the starting line, never once looked at that steam drill. The captain, he pulled out a starting pistol, pointed in the air, shot it off, and started one of the greatest races in history. And it's still going on today, my friends, and we're all in it. Man against machine. Well, I'm not going to bore you with the details of the race. John Henry lost that race. He laid down his hammer and he died. Lord, Lord. Some folks believe that John Henry died of a broken heart. Others say he died of a broken hammer. But be that as it may, around Big Bend Tunnel, West Virginia, there's a lot of little kids running around. The name of John Henry. They buried him. They buried him right next to the right-of-way. A little to the left of the right-of-way. But they buried him right away. And every locomotive come on by where there's a monument still there, they tip their hats in respect as they drive the locomotives on past and they say, there lies a steel-driving man, Lord, Lord. There lies a steel-driving man. Oh, John Henry was steel-driving man. Watch it. To the world's fastest juggler. Ladies and gentlemen, Wally Eastwood.
who was born to lead.
Our presidential candidate, Patrick Layton Paulsen.
I called you here this evening for a special announcement. As you know, I was born to lead, and that's why I had to run for the highest public office in the land on 4 separate occasions. You've rejected me 4 times. This raises the following question. What am I, a piece of meat? I have feelings, I have emotions. You know, America, there's a handbasket on its way to hell, and you're all in it. I've had the solution, and you've treated me like a bath mat. We don't have Patrick Layton Paulsen to kick around anymore. Find some other stooge to ignore. I've had it, I'm bankrupt. In my own family, we are now eating the cheaper cuts of meat. Last night we had roast chicken faces. You know, I'm making all of my own shoes now out of the skin that forms on chocolate pudding. In case you didn't realize it, running a campaign costs a lot of money. I've lost my shirt taking care of my public duty. Even little children come up to me and give me their pennies they had in their piggy banks. You know, they have these sales where they have this lemonade. They try to help me out. Little kids, it's terrible that they would give me their pennies. I'm walking up these steps over here, a poor, shattered man with no money, no future, and no pension. I have nothing but my chocolate shoes and the clothes on my back. My campaign staff contributed all of their own money, just for me. And I like that about them. The one thing... As far as I'm concerned, America, you suck socks. Goodbye and thanks for nothing. I've had it with you people.
Our next guest appeared on our show over 20 years ago. He's a great humanitarian, a great entertainer, and good friend. From his South African album, ladies and gentlemen, singing a song, Paradise in Gazankulu. Please welcome our good friend, Harry Belafonte.
If you catch the black eye, you catch the trick. So make you move, boss, it could fool you. That's paradise here in Gazankulu. Gazankulu. Watch the car, don't watch the hand. It could take you to the promised land. Our Siciliana, my shipping queen. She ain't too pretty, but she body mean. Lots of good things that she'll do to you. Oh, no! That's paradise here in Gazankulu. Gazankulu. Take a chance and I'll show you how. How much it worth to get the bit to heaven here on earth? I'm the shotgun pope, I do the African rope, I know. Sing on. Now you see it, now you don't. Best in town is fine.
hour is filled with laughter, magic, and guitars. And as always, a visit from the Yo-Yo Man. Listen to that audience.
I love laughter. I love to have fun. That's why I love having fun.
I love laughter and fun, too. And I don't know anyone who has more fun with a song and a guitar than our next guest. Here's our good buddy, Mr. Jim Stafford. Come on, Jim.
Well, we got some good guitar players on this show, including Chet Atkins, my hero. As a matter of fact, I'd like to play a good old guitar song for you now, and here it is. Well, the wildwood flower grew wild on the farm. We never knowed what it's called. Some said it's a flower, and some said it's a weed, and I never really gave it much thought. One day I was out there talking to my brother, reached down for a weed to chew on. Things got fuzzy and things got blurry, and then everything is gone. I didn't know what happened, but I knew it beat the hell out of sniffing burlap. I knowed I was gone, too, because I woke up and I wasn't there. I looked around for myself everywhere. I finally caught up with me an open pasture land, laying flat on my back with Hershey wrappers between my toes, beating on my chest, singing, "Don't it make your brown eyes blue?" Woo! Gone. I come to, my brother was there, and he said, "What's wrong with your eyes?" I said, "I don't know. I was chewing on a weed." He said, "Well, let me give it a try." Spent the rest of the day and most of that night trying to find my brother Bill. Caught up with him about 6 o'clock the next morning. Naked, singing on the windmill. Naked. Said he flew up there. I had to fly up and get him down. All good things got to come to an end. It's the same with the wildwood weeds. One day a fella from Washington come by and spied him, turned white as a sheet. He dug and he burned and he burned and he dug till he killed our cute little weeds. Then he drove away. We just smiled and waved, sitting there on that sack of seeds. That's right before they drug us off to jail. Oh, yeah. Woo! Thank you, folks. Appreciate it. Thank you. Thank you very much. Hey, you know something? One of the secrets of magic is distraction. And nobody distracts you better than our next guests. Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome the most beautiful illusionist in the world, Melinda, the First Lady of Magic.
and gentlemen, there's only one man in the world who can play guitar as well as Chet Atkins, and we have him here tonight. Ladies and gentlemen, Chet Atkins.
Guitar player anywhere. Chet, nice to have you on the show, and I know that a lot of people out there are probably saying, my goodness, they're going to just imagine that they're going to have two of the world's greatest guitar players on the stage at the same time. And here we are. So what are we going to play together here?
You want to play Nola?
Yeah, that's the one we practiced, isn't it? Okay, Nola.
A song for Father's Day. This is all about trying on your dad's hat when you're a little kid and looking in the mirror and trying to be like him. When I was young, my dad would say, come on, son, let's go out and play. Sometimes it seems like yesterday. Then I'd climb up the closet shelf when I was all by myself. Grab his hat and fix the brim, pretending I was him. No matter how hard I try, no matter how many tears I cry, no matter how many years go by, I still can't say goodbye. He always took care of Mom and me. We all cut down a Christmas tree. He always had some time for me. Wind blows through the trees, street lights they still shine bright. Most things are the same, but I miss my dad tonight. I walked by a Salvation Army store, saw a hat like my daddy wore, tried it on and fixed the brim, still trying to be like him. No matter how hard I try, no matter how many years go by, no matter how many tears I cry, I still can't say goodbye. I miss you, Papa.
Beautiful song. Our next guest appeared on one of our earlier shows, and we enjoyed his act so much, we decided to ask him back. Way back in 1932, he started in vaudeville, and he is still growing strong. Ladies and gentlemen, George Carl.
What do a typewriter, a guitar, and a chicken have in common?
I don't know. What do a typewriter, guitar, and a chicken have in common?
Gary Mule Deer, our next guest.
You like country music? Good. Here's one from Algeria. Let it out, folks. Doesn't get any better. My grandpa used to say, listen, if we all like the same things, everybody'd be after your grandma. World's only Chihuahua Rug. There's a great. Here's one that never works. You're in another country. You've lost your billfold. Yeah, where were you guys 20 years ago when I was doing the same show? All right. Quick impression. Theater in the round, Johnny Cash. I hear that train a-coming, throwing it around the bend. I ain't seen... Starting to get the feeling there's a few of you sitting out there already wondering who canceled. Well, it's time for the news. I'm Gary Mule Deer. These are tonight's headlines. Confused boat people land in Phoenix. That story in a moment. First, these stories. Evangelist Jimmy Swaggart readmitted to the hospital once again this afternoon to have a breast removed from his left hand. Coming up, fat people wearing larger clothes, drug children easier to raise, and our feature tonight, Amy Carter. Was she really homely or all just part of an elaborate CIA plot? All right? First, a word from the President's Council on Drug Abuse. A normal frog. The evils of Dexedrine. Alex Haley was adopted, film at 11. Valium. You guys are all right. And they fasted for 40 days and 40 nights. And finally one of them turned to the man at the entrance and said, "Excuse me, have you seen our waitress?" Well, let's get some excitement up here. As folks came to see a show. Great to be in a business where if you come back for a little less money every year, you can work for the rest of your life. All right. Here's one you don't see very often. What? Just never mind. It's not you. Wrong chicken. You sit right here. I got your tape. Straddle mine. What? Flex your knees. Don't worry. It'll hold you. It's duct tape. What? Just sit up here. You'll be fine. Blindfold stupid. Like that? That's great. Show business is my life, but I can't prove it. Alpo, 39 cents a can. That's almost 280 dog dollars. Great, how was it for you? Just sit there, all right? Just try to sit there. To tell you the condition I was in when I thought of this. I'm speechless. There it is. All right. Thank you.
Gary Mule Deer. Thank you, Gary. Well, it's that time again. It's time for the Yo-Yo Man. That Yo-Yo Man must be doing something right. Do you know how to state a yoke? Do you know how to state a yoke and give you new life? Do you know how the state of yo can lift your spirits? Do you know how the state of yo can change an ordinary dullard into someone special? Well, take a look at this man. Here's an example of a man before he discovered and achieved the mystic state of yo. Not a living thing could stand to be in his presence. Flowers would wilt, food would spoil, animals and insects would find him and bite him, and then die gladly. For instance, witness this encounter with a small child. "Hello, small child," he said. "Ooh." You see, even the child recognized this man's apparent lack of yo. "Pardon me, miss, I'm a stranger in your town. Can you please show me the way to your house?" he said. Ooh. And even disagreeable, sour old political losers found him quite annoying. Well, this is getting me nowhere, he said. And that's when he discovered the yo-yo. He saw the light. He heard the music. He found the groove. It's yo-yo man! Yo-yo man! Get the groove, yo-yo man. Transformed. That's right. He has been transformed by the power and the spirit of yo. Right, yo-yo man? Yes, he says it's right. I am a new person. I am the spirit of yo. Now when he meets a small child, the child is enchanted. Look at that. Mercy me, look how enchanted that child looks. He's becoming very enchanted. Very good, yo-yo man. It's working. And when the yo-yo man meets an attractive young woman, she's as enchanted as well. Look how enchanted she looks. Oh, yo-yo man. That'll straighten your string, won't it? Stay here, yo-yo man, you have more to prove. And now when he meets that sour old political loser, he's also enchanted. Watch this. Wait a minute, no, he's not enchanted. It's not working. Try it again, yo-yo man, please don't fail. Try it again, yo-yo man. Go a second time. It worked. He's a success. The yo-yo man did it. Congratulations, yo-yo man, you've gotten them all into a state of yo. So everybody remember, just stay loose, stay cool, stay on the groove, and of course, just say yo! Yo! All right, yo-yo man. Thank you. This summer, the leaders of the two most powerful nations on earth plan to meet in Moscow to discuss the possibility of peace in our future. Our next guests also have a plan for peace. Ladies and gentlemen, from Russia, Zhenya Chagall, from the United States, Casey Dalton, and the Children of the World Choir.
We dedicate this to President Reagan and Mikhail Gorbachev. Close your eyes.
Закройте глаза.
Visualize.
Вообразите.
One world.
Один мир.
In harmony.
Согласие.
Close your eyes.
Закройте глаза.
Visualize.
Вообразите.
One world.
Один мир.
Harmony. We can do it. Say yes, we can. Yes, we can. There's nothing to it. Just take a stand. We're feeding the hungry. Our love has opened our door. This is a new world beyond war. A world beyond war. Open your eyes.
Откройте глаза.
Realize.
И поймите.
One world.
Один мир.
In harmony.
Согласие.
kids, I think back when I was a kid, when I was 7 years old. When I was 7 years old, my dad used to take me for walks in the park, and it was so neat because he liked me a lot. My
You
father.
generally don't look back at our childhood with much fond memories, Tom.
No,
A lot of times you don't feel too good about
but
it.
my point is, when I was 7.
When you're 7.
I was actually 9.
Okay, I was 7.
You were 7. When I was 9, my dad would take me for walks in the park, and he'd hold my hand. We'd walk around in the park.
He would take me for walks, too.
He didn't. He took you for drags.
What do you mean he took me for a
You
drag?
didn't walk that good. See, my dad, like me, he'd hold my hand and shit. He'd hold my hand when I was just 7 years old. He'd say, I was 9, I guess it was. I was 9.
I was 7.
You were 7. And he'd hold my hand. He'd say, we walk around. People say, there goes Gord Smothers and his son Tommy. I felt so proud to hold his hand and walk with him. My dad, my dad was.
Tom, our dad's name was Mort.
Then who was that guy who was walking with him? Oh, my old man's a sailor. What do you think about that? He wears a sailor's collar. He wears a sailor's hat. He wears a sailor's raincoat. He wears a sailor's shoes. And every Saturday evening he reads the Sunday news. And someday, if I can, I'm gonna be a sailor, the same as my old man.
My old man's an anthropologist. What do you think about that? He wears an anthropologist collar, wears an anthropologist hat. He wears an anthropologist raincoat. He wears anthropologist shoes. Every Saturday evening reads the anthropologist news. And someday, if I can, I'm gonna be an anthropologist, the same as my old man.
Oh, my old man's a refrigerator repairman. What do you think about that? He wears a refrigerator repairman's collar, wears a refrigerator man's hat. Wears a refrigerator repairman's raincoat, he wears a refrigerator shoes. Every Saturday morning he reads Penthouse magazine. I'm gonna be a refrigerator repairman, same as my old man.
Okay. My old man's a cotton-picking, finger-licking chicken plucker. What do you think about that?
You better not make a mistake.
He wears a cotton-picking, finger-licking chicken plucker's collar.
Don't get cocky.
He wears a cotton-picking, finger-licking chicken plucker's hat. Wears a cotton-picking, finger-licking chicken plucker's raincoat. Wears cotton-picking, finger-licking chicken. I shouldn't have got cocky. Wears cotton-picking, finger-licking chicken plucker's shoes.
It's a good thing you didn't make a mistake.
I did. The same as my old man. Thank you very much, ladies and gentlemen. We thank you. That's it for the show for tonight. We'd like to thank all our wonderful guests. Chet Atkins, Belafonte, Children of the World Choir, Wally, Eastwood, Melinda, the First Lady of Nashville, Mule, Paulsen, and Jim Stafford. Goodbye, everybody.
Later tonight on The Equalizer, can McCall put the brakes on nuclear theft? But first, Jake's ex-girlfriend goes undercover on Jake and the Fat Man. Next.
This is Roger Carroll speaking for the Smothers Brothers Comedy Hour. Good night.